What's up, YouTube? Today I had a doctor's appointment and it was a scary doctor's appointment, so I thought, you know what is better than some retail therapy? But in my case, retail therapy is buying books. So I found a bookstore and I'm gonna do a little book haul of what I got. The bookstore I went to was called Plot Twist Books. This store was very impressive. It was used books and new books at the same. The store, one thing I love about this bookstore is, if you've been into some bookstores or Barnes and Noble, you know, they keep the thermostat like at 80 degrees and I don't know why. Like, why are we warming the books? It's hot as hell in here. So when I walked in, it was nice air conditioning. It is so hot over here lately, so it was nice to walk in. It also reminded me of, I don't know if you've been to Disney World or like amusement parks, and after you get off the ride, you go into their little souvenir shop. It's kind of like that. It was cute. It was fun. It was just really nicely designed. So if you're ever in the area, go to Plot Twist Books. It's really cool and they have some good selection. So here's what I got. All right, so I got Butcher and Blackbird, as well as Leather and Lark. So I think Leather and Lark's the second one. I hope it's not the third one because I guess this is a trilogy. I heard it's about a serial killer like killing someone, but it's almost like Dexter. But also I'm seeing like music. Is it a musician serial killer? Okay, I don't know. I honestly was not like really ready to jump on this bandwagon of reading these books, but I've heard good reviews. A lot of people who don't read dark romance read this. It's not really dark romance. I think it's like diet dark romance or whatever. But so I got these two books. I really hope Leather and Lark isn't the third one because that'd be really bad. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good things in here, and you know what, maybe I should like expand my genre where I'm not reading, I don't know, filth, which by the way I heard was becoming a TV series. And side note, you know what's also becoming a TV series? If you ever read Penelope Douglas, their one book Five Brothers is becoming a TV series. It's going to be same channel, or Crave, which did Heated Rivalry. I can never say rivalry, which did Heated Rivalry. So I'm expecting good things. But my problem with that is Five Brothers is a spin-off of Tris Six Venom, where Tris Six Venom is about Clay and Olivia, and it's an enemies to lover lesbian romance sports, and that was such a good book. So I'm kind of shocked that we're not doing that one first, but I guess they're gonna be in it somehow. But I wish they had their whole season because, oh my god, I love that book. That is such a, like, if Heated Rivalry did so good, why can't we try it with lesbians, you know? It was enemies to lovers and they play lacrosse, like, come on. Also, speaking of other TV adaptations, has anybody watched Off Campus? Because honestly, I am pleasantly surprised. I thought that was a good adaptation, honestly. I remember reading Garrett and Hannah's book, but then I think I skipped Logan's because I was like, this is boring. He's in love with his best friend's girl. Like, don't care. So I have no idea about Grace and Logan, but I know I did read Dean and Allie's book, which they just announced today. Variety announced today that Dean and Allie will be the main focus of season 2, which makes sense. They were obviously pushing it in the first season. Duh, why wouldn't you go off that momentum? Anyways, all these book adaptations are kind of like killing it. I'm excited. I did make a TikTok the other day where it was like, what do you think the first dark romance book to be adapted is? And Penelope Douglas does write dark romance. Five Brothers, I wouldn't consider it, but I think we're getting closer to it. And I do think it's gonna be Raina Kent. I'm putting it out there. Game On by Navisa Allen, and Caught Up by Navisa Allen. What is her name? I think this is like about online romances. To be honest, I thought this was the same author as Butcher and Blackbird, so I was like, oh, let me get it. I thought it was part of the same series, but I realized they're not, so that's my fault. I also don't think any of these are the first book, but you know what? At least I have them to add to my bookshelf so I can look longingly and want to get them. I think it's on online romance, which, ugh, kind of boring. Oh wait, no, this is about tattoos. Whatever. It seems exciting. I don't know. I just want to read new books, so I don't know. Is this smutty? And then he lights out. Oh my god. This, yep, these aren't the first book. I need Lights Out first. I would have bought all 3 if they were in the bookstore, but they weren't. So I feel like I see people who don't usually read dark romance read these kind of books, so that's exciting. Do you think they're wearing masks? I don't know if I really like masks. And then I got The Midnight Train by Matt Haig. I thought this was coming out in June, so I mean it's the end of May, but I really did think this was coming out in June. I'm actually in the middle of reading The Midnight Library, and I had to stop a little bit halfway through because I cried like a baby, because it reminded me so much of my life and like how I always have regrets, and I wish I could go back to certain points in my life and realize, oh, I could change this, but if I change that, is that even for the better? But I love magical romances like that. I love time travel, etc. like that. So when I heard there was a second one, I was like, oh, that's so exciting. When I finish Midnight Library, I could go pick this one up. But I really did not think it was out yet. So I was like, let me get it now, because who knows when it comes out, and who knows when I'll finish Midnight Library. I don't know what it's going to be about. I assume it's going to be the same thing where they're in a train this time and they try to figure out what their life could be like, or what regrets they have, or what they actually don't have. But yeah, so I was excited to get this one. I do have to finish the Midnight Library though. Who knows when I'll do that. Hopefully soon. Yeah, so I got a total of 5 books from the store. It's an independent owned bookstore, so you know, if I'm gonna put my money, I'm gonna give it to them, because you know, the store was so cute and they did so many different things, so I don't really mind buying books from there. I just think the downside is going into independent bookstores, you kind of really don't have, like if you're looking for a certain book, chances are that book won't be in there. I was actually looking for the Windy City series. I did read the series. Actually, I lied. I read Evie and Xander's, and then Ryan and Indy, and then Max and Miller. And then I was like, okay, that trilogy is complete. I didn't care about anyone else. No, did I read? No, I think I did read Kennedy and Isaiah. I read Kennedy and Isaiah, but then that was it with the series. I don't want to read anymore, so I haven't read the other 2 books, but my favorite book out of that is Max and Miller, because that's just the cutest thing ever. I wanted to go get those books because they're, I don't know, I read a lot of books online and then I'll buy the physical book because I'm like, oh, let me get a physical trophy. Obviously it's hard to do when you're looking for a specific book in an independent bookstore, but yeah, it was an exciting day. I love the bookstore. I love buying books. And I'm excited to read some of these. You know, it's summer, so I'll have more time than I was expecting this summer, so I'm really hoping to push on getting my reading goal, which is 100. I think I'm on 15, which is sad. 3 years ago, like COVID, I read 400 books in 1 year. That's not an over-exaggeration. I mean, we were all unemployed and I had nothing else to do, so I read books. God, I wish I could go back to that. Not like everybody being sick and dying, but just like a break where I could just like read books for a year, and that's all I gotta do. Also, like, I think that was the best time when authors were releasing their best books. I'm sorry, because I mean, they had nothing else to do and they could like still do their job being an author, but damn, what a time, what a time. All right, anyways, I'm very excited to read these books. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment what you think about these books, and if you have any book recommendations that you think I would enjoy. Bye.